y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 184. It's your boy Gabe Patilla with Tim Router, Chris McCracken, and Ed Placencia, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm still not used to saying everybody's name.
Yeah. You did great, man. I was waiting for you to just end it at Hall and keep going.
I don't have a flow for it yet, man. Doggone it.
You will.
It's like chewing rocks. Like Chris McCracken.
Yeah, a lot of clicks and clucks in there.
Edward Placencia. Oh my gosh. All right.
You need to start using an accent, like an Irish accent with me. You need to use a Hispanic accent with Ed.
I'm terrible with accents. They all end up like every accent I do, whether I'm doing like a Mexican person, a Jamaican person, an English person, all end up offending somebody in Asia.
Oh, no.
Oh, excellent.
They all like just transform into a Chinese accent.
Yep.
I don't know why.
That's amazing.
All right, Router, we got to start with you because you're the one right now.
Well, let's start a new podcast tally/competition to see how many different cars I can be in for every Married to the Games episode. It started with mine back in my house.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm now in a parking garage in my rental minivan, rocking it out. And in no way is this creepy at all. I'm just in a garage. I'm in a freaking garage. So we're staying at the Wyndham Vacation Resort, which is actually right up the street from downtown Disney, which is now called Disney Springs. It's really nice.
It's not called Downtown Disney anymore?
No, they're going to change it to Disney Springs.
Wow.
What is that? Why?
Just to be hip and cool and fun and different, I guess. I don't know. It'll always be downtown Disney to me anyway.
Me too, dang it.
That's so weird.
We'll call it.
Are they changing it up? Like, is the look of it crazy different as well?
Wait, okay, so when was the last time you were here? Do you remember all the construction and everything? Like the whole place is getting a facelift. Like everything about it is different.
Oh.
So, and they're bringing in tons more stores, tons more restaurants.
Are they keeping the clubs?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I haven't been over there yet. So anyway, we're down here in beautiful, chilly Florida, I must say.
Oh, chilly.
Yeah, man. Like Monday, it was only 68 degrees.
Is that it?
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, Ed
it says Ed from Pennsylvania.
Said it. And plus, Ed, you probably got snow, didn't you?
No, but still, I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, I think today's actually going to be the warmest day in like low 80s, but like it's been cold and cool in the evenings and early mornings. So anyway, yes, I'm in the back of a minivan in Orlando, staying at the Wyndham Resort. It's pretty cool. My parents are part of this Wyndham program or whatever. So we ended up getting the presidential suite, baby.
Hey,
of course.
My fault.
That's right. So we're all
can't take the
presidential
private
up in
jet.
here.
We get the presidential suite.
If I can't take the private jet, I'm getting presidential. So anyway, no, they're really nice, and so everybody's kind of spread out, which is good. Which I was planning on sticking around in that area, but it's like, nah, I'm going to be too loud. So I'm just
in case. Yeah.
I'm just going to go head into the garage. Don't mind me.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it's good though. We're having a good time. It is crazy packed here.
When did you get down there, by the way?
Sunday. We left Sunday, and then we come back on Thursday evening.
Like tomorrow?
Yeah. So everybody and their grandmother is here because of spring break, and that's pretty much the whole reason why we're all together. My family, my brother and sister-in-law, and their 3 kids, my 2 nieces and nephew, and my parents, and then Lauren, Piper, and me. So yeah, everybody's here. I mean, I haven't been in this crowded of a Disney World in years, but
I was about to say, when's the last time you were there and it was that busy?
Probably when I was on spring break back in the day, because
right.
Typically we try to avoid spring break if we can because everybody else is here.
Yeah.
But because we can't really do much with the other kids because they're all in, like Liam's in high school, in middle school, and elementary school. They have them all spread out. So it's one of those things where we just kind of have to go along with the spring break thing. But dude, like wait time for Space Mountain, 150 minutes.
What? That's 2 hours.
For a 2-minute ride, 2.5 hours for a 2-minute ride. Peter Pan was tapping at like 90 minutes. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was at 145 minutes. Like all the dude, I'm telling you, I've never seen it this crowded in my life. So thank goodness for fast passes. So we had our fast passes. We had our fast passes planned way in advance. And then you know what the trick is? What we did, we were at the Magic Kingdom yesterday. We go to Animal Kingdom today, and then tomorrow we're at Epcot, and then we're out. But we've already been to Magic Kingdom once, Hollywood Studios once. The key is to go do your fast passes, shop, do whatever. Like if you can go on a really quick ride, which is usually like the bathroom because there's no line. There's no line. But after you eat, you come back to the Magic Kingdom at like 10:30. That's when the parade is over. Right. And that's what we did last night. And we just bum rushed Magic Kingdom because the lines were nothing. So Piper has her new favorite roller coaster. It is now the Barnstormer has taken over our lives, which is the most hilarious little mini roller coaster in the back of Fantasyland ever.
Amara did that one last year.
It is a whopping 60 seconds, not even. But it like you just laugh the whole time because it's hysterical. Piper went on it 5 times last night.
That's so hilarious. So let me ask you this: are the fast passes even slow?
The kiosks to the fast passes are slow, but no, actually, when you're in the fast pass lane, it goes pretty quickly.
Okay.
Once you're done with all 3 of your fast passes, you can go back, but you have to go to a kiosk and like re-enter everything, and those are really long too. It's just there's an insane amount of people here right now. It's incredible. I've never seen it so crowded, and Lauren and I were like, "Oh yeah, this isn't going to happen.
Yeah, we're not doing this again.
We're not doing this again during spring break."
Wow.
But I have a feeling we're going to have to when Piper's in kindergarten, elementary school, because we just have to cater to her school schedule.
Nah, Doc, you just take her out. Be like, "Hey, Piper's missing."
That's true.
Dad, you leaving school. We going to Disney.
Love to do that. Hey, she'll do extra credit during spring break. We're not going during this time. So
exactly.
So needless to say, I didn't get a ton of gaming in, but I mean, I've only gotten 3 hours of sleep because I've had to bring work with me. So like we got back at 1:00 last night, worked till 3, and then got up at 6.
Oh, dedication.
I'm dedicated. And Lawrence was like, just skip it. I'm like, no, man, I'm not leaving. I'm no brothers left behind. so
no gamer left behind.
That's right. I just snuck out, and now I'm here in my car. So yes, Far Cry Primal continues for me. It's still awesome. And yes, I'm in the back of my car. You can move along. Thank you. Thank you.
No way.
I think people are just driving a little bit slower. Like, what is that light in there? It's like, oh, it's just me.
Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, don't mind me. Anyway, so Far Cry Primal's been great, and played a little Rocket League, and then that's pretty much been it for me.
We tried to play Rocket League, didn't we?
Yes.
That was frustrating.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it was. Like when
University internet.
Was it?
Yeah, I looked it up, and like a bunch of people, like if you're at a college, have, like when you're at a college anyway, it seems like there's a lot of problems with connecting to multiplayer, things like that.
Oh, sure.
But all over the place when I was like, whatever error code it was, everybody that was saying that they were having that were in schools. They're
so
like,
what was happening
is
we were all joined in a party, and then once we would connect to a server, our cars would line up, and then the screen says, ready, ready, ready. Well, Gabe's always just said reserved, 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 and then it would cancel the match. And that happened weird. 3 or 4 times. It was really, I was like, oh man.
I was so excited too. I was like, ooh, a little Rocket League with Ryder. And we all had the Batmobiles.
Like everyone's ready to go. And it's just like reserved, reserved, and then boom. And then it would kick off. So, but
you guys all had the Batmobile? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what? I've had it, and then everybody and their grandmother had it, so I would switch back to my old car.
I'm about to switch back too, I think.
But it was good. I had it for about a week. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool. I love the sounds when you boost. It was great.
Right.
So that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, we're hitting we're hitting Animal Kingdom today, and that usually closes early. But like Magic Kingdom's open all week till midnight, so we may go back there and bum rush a few more toward the end of the night. But the kids are being amazing. Piper is crazy and just is having so much fun with her cousin. She got all dolled up at Bippity Boppity Boo yesterday, which is the little kids.
Bippity boppity boo.
Exactly, where they get all dolled up. So she got her hair in a bun, and it still is in a bun right now because they put so much stuff in it.
They put, cement spray in there.
It is really, it's going to be hilarious trying to get that out in the shower. So, so we're just having a good time. It's a lot of fun. We're having some good family time, and that's what we need. And so life is good. Back to you.
Nice. Eddie P.
It's not weird that Router is broadcasting from a minivan in Disney. What's really weird is that I'm broadcasting from Router's car in Franklin. So that's just bizarre.
Yeah, that's a little weird, yeah.
I left the keys and a little treat for you in the back. There's some milk and cookies, Eddie.
I appreciate that.
That's funny.
Going well. I got a PS4.
Yes, you did.
And then it went weird.
Oh, really?
And then the universe happened.
That's right.
Man.
I brought home the PS4, was stoked, got it all plugged in, everything, turned on the TV, black screen.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, that's weird. Maybe I have the HDMI connection is maybe it's off or something, and so swapped it out with another HDMI cord, black screen. Tried like 4 different HDMI
Your
cords.
brand new toy.
And I was like, okay, well, let me hook it up to the Rocket, which I use to record on YouTube on the laptop, and see maybe it's something weird. Same thing on the laptop, black screen. I was like, oh my gosh. So went online and saw that other people had this black screen problem. Contacted the Sony customer service, and they're like, yeah, you've got a bad HDMI port. And I was like, doggone it.
Yeah, it stinks, man.
So I brought it in the next morning to GameStop. They were really cool about it. Swapped it out, brought it home, rehooked it back up. New one, black screen.
Black screen. No!
I was like, no!
I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but that's hilarious.
I was like, let me stop you in time. When you saw that black screen after you brought the new PlayStation home, like what initially like ran through your body right then?
What's on Xbox right now?
Yeah, man. For a new PS4 owner, PlayStation is not giving you a good first impression.
Well, then all of a sudden it hit me kind of like at the end of The Usual Suspects, when Chaz Palminteri all of a sudden has all these scenes go through his head and he figures out what's going on with Kaiser Soze. I was like, wait a second. We don't have our Blu-ray player hooked up to our TV via HDMI. I had to hook it up with the other cables. And when I play a movie on the Xbox One, it doesn't play because it's hooked up to HDMI. And wait a second, maybe it's the TV.
Oh, no.
And sure enough, LG has the specific model I have. Everything that's come out after the TV doesn't play on HDMI. So
What?
So then Ed went out and got a new TV.
Yeah, 4K.
And everything worked fine.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So $1,000 later.
Exactly.
And apparently it didn't work on my Rocket because there was a setting I had to switch on the PlayStation for that to work, but I couldn't see it because I couldn't see the screen.
Yeah, you've got
what's it called? The
HDCP. You've got to disable that. I totally forgot about that.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I played the PS4 for the first time for a few hours, and then it turned off.
Oh my Lord!
You said it just shut down out of no place, right?
In the middle of The Last of Us, just black, and it would not turn back on again. And so I had to put it. I don't know why.
What does that even mean?
I'd have no idea. So I went in and turned off all the settings that are like, after 4 hours of inactivity, turn off. I turned everything off. And so I'm just kind of waiting to see. I'm giving it one more chance before I have to. I just don't want to take it in again.
Of course you don't.
I'm telling your Xbox overheard you saying, "Yeah, we're getting a PS4," and then you went to bed at night, and it's over there doing like a dance around the fire, like putting a voodoo curse on you, like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Freaking Rumpelstiltskin.
That is insane. I've never heard of that.
Me either. Has it shut off on you again since?
It did it twice, but both times were after really, really long gaming sessions.
That doesn't matter.
That does not matter.
I wouldn't think it would. So
and you have the latest software, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Is it tucked away? Is it overheating?
You know what's funny is that I did notice that almost right away it felt really warm. And
is your area that you place consoles even remotely ventilated, or is it not?
Yeah, and I actually still have it just sitting on top of a shelf. It's just on top of a shelf with nothing around it.
That's not normal. I've played my PS4. Mine's a launch PS4, and I've easily played it for 6 hours before in one sitting and never had it shut off. And mine's not as ventilated an area as just an open shelf. So
and they don't have a fan in there either, do they?
They do have a fan. They do.
They do.
Yeah, it vents out the back, right?
Yeah, it vents out the back.
Yeah. So
Dude, I wouldn't waste any more time. I'd take it back in and just explain the situation.
Yeah, I may have to. Because I just hate being paranoid every time I play a game now that is.
Well, and you shouldn't have to. It's a new freaking console. You should be able to play as long as you want without having to worry about anything.
Yeah. But that being said, what I was able to play, I actually finished The Last of Us, and
awesome,
did you?
Nice.
Sarah loved watching it. It was
good. It's like a movie for her, wasn't it?
It really was. It got to the point where she was like, "Will you play that game? Because I want to find out what happens." And by the end of the game, she was sitting on the floor beside me in front of the TV, like, "Oh, there's a guy over there. Look out! Oh, there's a guy." It was really cool.
That game does that. That game does that for sure.
That's great.
And then Second Son was my other choice of game, and of course, freaking Stancil. Man, that's so much fun to play.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's great.
That's a good game, Doc.
So it was a very good gaming week as far as getting to play new things that I'd never been able to play before.
Two different experiences, obviously, with Second Son and Last of Us, but both like just amazing games.
Yeah. It's been.
Did you like The Last of Us as much as we keep talking about it?
I did, and it was funny because when it first came out, I actually watched it on YouTube, and it was like watching a movie. But I knew I wanted to play it and just experiencing it, and I didn't realize how many times I was going to have a heart attack just trying to sneak past something.
Oh yeah.
Dang it, that game is good.
Yeah, that game is great.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Afterwards, we had to go back and play Gabe's Last of Us rap just so Sarah could understand all of the references.
Oh, that's great.
So it was a good time.
Gosh. That's right. I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that.
I know, man.
It's going to get fixed. We're going to figure this out together, guys.
That's right. Well, yeah, it's called Taking It Back to GameStop.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh. How's the studio and all that with Sarah's stuff?
Studio's going really well, having a good time. People coming out, enjoying the classes, and it's been nice. So, yeah, I can't complain at all.
There you go.
It's great, man.
I like it. Chris McCracken.
How do you do, fellas?
Good, man.
Well.
All right, so my week, I'll be honest, I don't remember what I did work week-wise. I did work, so there you go.
Exactly. Not important, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Job security, always a good thing.
Still got a job. Last Friday, Stacy and I went and met with a couple of friends of ours that we don't see very often. They just recently got a new house, so we went over to their new house to see it for the first time.
Nice.
And took a tour, and the house is beautiful, and they've done all their own interior decorating, and she's really good at that kind of stuff, so it was great. And then we go upstairs, and up there is, of course, the room that I would care the most about because it was the man room. It's just this big, I would describe it as a second living space, because if it's a bedroom, it was massive. But he had this nice big couch and these speakers like built into the ceilings, and this huge 100 inch whatever, or maybe it's 200 inch, I don't even know, but this huge screen on the wall that just covered the whole wall And he had a projector on the back.
Oh,
and it was a
hallelujah.
really bright projector, because that's the thing about projectors is sometimes they're kind of dull and not really all that
Right, you
great.
gotta look at them lumens.
Yeah, his was amazing. It looked great. We played a little bit off of Netflix. I think it was Forrest Gump, just to kind of show what it looked like. And then he went over. He had a PS3.
What a
and so he
strange movie. I would have never been like, hey, you want to see my projector? Let's watch a little Forrest Gump real quick.
That's the thing is,
Let's slap on some Forrest Gump.
so he showed me
Get
the
rowdy.
PS3 first.
That's some
And then
Avatar or
he
something.
just went over to Netflix, and he was just like flipping through, like, I got to find some this, and just clicked on something, and it happened to be Forrest Gump. So
because
so
of
he
the vibrant
panicked-
colors.
He panic selected something, and it just happened to be Forrest Gump.
exactly, yes.
Look at the crispness of that bench.
But man, I've never seen Forrest Gump run so pretty in my life.
That's right.
I got you.
So that was awesome. And then Saturday night was our quasi-monthly game night with friends.
Oh,
So-
cool.
Yeah, we have about once a month. Sometimes it goes a little bit later, depending on people's schedules. But a group of us, about 4 couples or 5 couples, we all get together and we play board games. And at the end of the night, whichever team's got the most points, they get a little trophy. And then
really?
that's the person who hosts the next event.
You guys
That's
always
awesome.
is it
So, yeah.
the same trophy you guys pass around?
Yeah, it's the same one we pass around. And the idea at the beginning was each time a person wins it, they add something on it, a piece of flair, like, you stick something on it or whatever. But I think it's gotten a little too much stuff on it now. I don't think we're going to be adding any more stuff to it.
That's a great idea, man. I love that. I love the fact that you got some couples together to do something like that. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely one of the highlights of our month. The only negative thing about it is Stacy and I have never won.
No way.
No way.
So
Ever?
and I really thought that they were just going to let us win, like lay down, oh my gosh, you beat us, because they wanted us to host, because everybody else is tired of hosting. We've never had to do it.
What do you guys play typically, or is it just selection, like host selection?
Well, everybody will bring games. Sometimes people bring the same ones. The one that we typically bring the most of the time is Catchphrase, like Uno Attack, because we have those two. And there's some other game we'll bring every now and then. We play, I'd say the last 3 times we have played Quelf. I don't know if you guys have ever played that.
I love that
I
game.
never heard of
But
that.
that's a good game. And then each time somebody usually tries to bring something that they've just recently bought, or so we try to try out different things. But the last couple of times, Quelf has definitely been at least one of the games we played, because it's nice and long. Even though we've played it 3 or 4 times, we've not gone through all the cards, so we're still getting stuff that's new that we've not seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And you still have never won. That's amazing.
Nope.
You should get a trophy just for that.
I know, right? I mean, we're always we're a solid second place team. We can get second place like nobody's business.
Do you guys throw it just so you don't have to host?
No, I'd be totally fine with hosting. I mean, Stacy's probably gonna be the one making the food, because if I do, it'll be disastrous. But I would love for people, especially now that we got a new kitchen. I mean, Stacy's like, we want people to see our kitchen, and we just keep
Oh
losing.
man.
How long have you guys been on this losing streak?
I would say 6 months at least. Because before that, we did host a couple times, but that was before we did this whole like, hey, we should have a trophy and the winner's the host. Back then it was just
now
like
it should
draw
be-
straws.
Look, dude,
Right.
after 6 months now, it should just be reversed. The losers have to host, which
Yeah.
should be you every month.
Absolutely. I brought that up and I was like, maybe we should just switch. And they finally just said, okay, look, this person's hosting this one and we're just going in a rotation. They're tired of it.
That's hilarious.
So in not the next time, but the time after that, we should be hosting. So,
And dude, bring like Chutes and Ladders next time, or Candyland, something
Yeah,
easy,
something
man.
easy.
You got to win something.
be like,
Yeah.
all right, Monopoly, we're going to be here all night. And I'll just wait till they all give up. And be like, I win. Give me that trophy.
Chris comes in with D&D. He's like, all right, I'm the dungeon master. Let's do this. Here we go. Boom. Trophy is ours.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my
it's great.
gosh.
So that kind of rounded out my weekend. Sunday was nice and just light, just doing some yard work and trying to stay indoors and relax as much as possible. Yesterday and the day before that, Monday and Tuesday, I've been shooting at work, so it's been a little bit crazy. But I'm done shooting, and then I only have 2 days in the office, and we're off Friday for Good Friday.
Yeah.
Gaming-wise,
Right?
I forgot to mention this last week, but the week that Ed was on the show and his intro show, that was the week that I finished the story for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Awesome.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and the ending is, I will say, somewhat controversial to Metal Gear Solid fans or what people were expecting.
Really?
But without spoiling anything, because I know you guys haven't played it and other people probably haven't finished it, I really liked the ending. And there's specific reasons why, and I'll explain it maybe one day, but I thought the ending was good. So
Good.
just want to throw that out there.
Nice.
And you still think I should play it?
Absolutely. In fact,
Okay.
if I wasn't still doing side mission stuff, because I don't think I'm going to platinum the game, because there's some trophies that are like ridiculous on there.
Yeah.
But I do think I want to at least 100% it or get close to that, and there's still some stuff I'm doing. I would send you my disc.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it. I'll
offers
pick it
out
up.
there. I'll buy it for you.
No, I'll pick it up. I've got tons of gift cards. Don't you worry. For the past 2 years, I've never had to pay for a video game in my life.
Yeah. Of course, people who fly in private jets don't pay for stuff.
You would think that. But they pay.
I know, right?
No, they pay.
That's funny.
And then that's pretty much been it. Just working on that. I played a little bit of Battlefront here and there. I think I'm going to get the DLC.
Nice.
I think I'm
yeah.
going to get it, but I haven't pulled the trigger just yet. I'm pretty sure it's already dropped, but
Yeah.
that's been it gaming wise.
Nice.
That's awesome. Mr. Patillo, are you home, sir?
I am at the house.
Nice. Nice.
Hallelujah.
And it feels incredible.
Good.
Got home on Sunday, actually, which was a weird day because we usually have shows on Sunday and get home Mondays. But man, we are definitely in a season. This month, or this last month and this month will be the most we've ever traveled with Toby in this condensed of a time ever in the 14 years I've been on the road with him.
Wow.
No way, really?
And so, yeah, just for to be gone that 2 weeks, come home for 2.5 days, be gone for 10 days, come home for 10 days, and then gone for 11 days.
Wow.
Because we're going to be at the end of this week and a half, we'll be gone for another 11 days. We've never done that. And so we're heading down to McCracken territory.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome.
So that's how you know Texas is huge. I think we're doing 7 shows in Texas.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jeez.
It's something silly like that. Let me see what exactly it is. Yeah, San Antonio, Bossier City, Belton, El Paso, Lubbock, and then up to Wichita. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows in Texas alone.
Wow,
And then
man.
I think going back there again next month or something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, is this the last leg of the tour?
this is the last week of the Hits Deep tour. Yeah.
Nice, man.
So it's been great. There's been a lot of joy, and we went bowling this last week. It was really fun,
Dude, and you
So
throw
fun.
down when it comes to bowling, my
I
friend.
love to bowl. I'm not
Yes.
good at bowling, but I love to bowl. And so I think 53 people from the tour came out, and we all bowled, and they gave away prizes. Man, the promoter, golly, bought prizes for best bowler, for worst bowler, best male, best female, worst male, worst female.
Best supporting actor in a bowling tournament.
exactly. Best team and all this. Dude, when he showed up with the prizes, I thought it was going to be a Blu-ray because I'm broke. And so I don't know what it's like to be a router and give presents.
Oh, stop.
This Joker gave away a Toomey bag, an Apple Watch,
And Ed's PS4.
but the gifts were insane. I was like, okay, I need to take this a little bit more serious.
Yes, you do.
So it was a lot. I didn't get any prizes, but I know
No.
out of 53 people, I mean, it's gonna happen. But it was really fun. Had a good time. I'm trying to think. Did I meet anybody since last time I talked to y'all? I don't think so. I think Salt Lake City was the last time I met anybody.
I don't remember seeing a picture.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did try to play The Division on the road.
Oh, how did that
How'd
go?
that go for you?
It didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. Well, day one patches and stuff. I was so excited. Got good internet at a venue. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. The Division, baby. Popped it in. It's need 3 gigabyte download. I was like, and Rocket League it is.
Yes, it is.
It's the go-to. I did start Assassin's Creed Chronicles.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
liking that. Yep, playing China right now. Here's the thing. Why does everybody have an English accent?
That's just...
Because it's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed. That's exactly how it goes.
I understand, but you're in China. and
Well,
you're from
But
a,
you're not really. You're in the animus.
Hey, well played.
I like that.
Would you rather like read subtitles while trying to play?
No, I'd just rather them have Chinese accents.
Okay.
Ed, did that catch you off guard, or did it not even dawn on you?
I feel like anymore I'm so immune to if it's in another country, it's an English accent.
Right. It doesn't
That
matter
seems
what
to be-
country it is.
Yeah,
right?
like every time you see like a Bible story, everyone has English accents.
Yes. It's very
It's
true.
like, aren't these guys supposed to be Italian?
Right.
Yeah, give me a Middle East accent. Just something from beyond England. Like
Right.
the world keeps going.
Yeah.
I mean,
beyond there.
Ezio was the best because he definitely had the Italian accent, which was
Yeah,
great.
he did.
Yeah,
have
that's
a great
true. He
Italian
did.
accent. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
Finally.
But that's kind of funny. Like you're in China and everyone's speaking like American English, too, which is even better. They're like, "Let's go over here.
Yeah, they're like, and that's a wrap. You're like, wait a second, and that's a
Let's go
wrap.
get some McDonald's. I'll have a Big Mac, please."
Yeah, so that's I don't know why that bugs me. I just was like, I was
That's
just
funny.
like so ready for like a
But
Chinese
those are
accent.
platformers, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're really side scrolling, really fun.
Cool. all right.
I like them a lot.
The art looks really cool.
The art style is really dope. Ed's got, I think, China and half of what's
India.
the next one? Half of India.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing there's not one Indian accent. Is there an Indian accent?
I don't think so. That'd be weird.
And so
Why would
playing
that
through
happen?
I know.
Right. And then got home, obviously got to kiss on these babies and their
Yes.
wife. Remy's still here.
Good.
Yes.
I got home,
Awesome.
I was like, what's he doing here? He was like, oh, well, he lives here. I was like, oh. So I guess he's
Okay.
still here. And got to pop in the Division. Woo. They throw a lot at you
Yeah.
on that one. I mean, there's a lot of buttons.
Oh, really? It's really fast paced.
I don't know if it's fast paced more than it's just a lot of buttons. And
Yeah.
like two of the buttons, I went into the controls to try to switch some stuff around. And there's only two, X and circle. I really wish were switched because
Oh, really?
X like crouches next to like so you have cover.
Yeah,
and
really?
then circle jumps over stuff. And so I'm like, man, X should jump over stuff and circle
Exactly.
should
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
duck
with
down
you on
behind
that
stuff.
one.
And so I'm
ran into that
switching
same
that.
issue with the beta. I was like, this just doesn't feel right.
Right. And so it definitely like puts a little hitch in my giddy up because when I'm having to like have Twitch response, my fingers want to dive down under something using circle.
Mm-hmm.
And I jump into the front of everybody on action.
I got this.
I'm here, shoot me. And so and I feel like it's none of you guys have played it past the beta, right? Chris, you played the beta. You haven't
Yeah, the
played
beta's all I played.
Correct.
Man, and correct me if I'm wrong, that game's tough, right? Like, I thought, oh, I'll just go in here and level up to like 10 by myself. No.
Yeah, no. In the beta, the one kind of story mission area that there was, I think I did the first part of it on my own, but the rest of it I always did with friends because I wasn't getting too far.
So
Right.
you need help. You need the help.
Yes. So, like, I was level 5, and it seems like the way they do it, I'm doing side missions still, but like all the side missions so far have still been one level up from where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And it makes it pretty brutal. And then I played with my buddy Chico last night. He was level 14. I was level 7. The enemies were level 8, and they were destroying us.
Wow.
Wow.
And so even him, like his sniper was doing good, but then like they don't have like what you would consider a boss really, but then like just a guy will show up that's crazy strong.
like a
and it's
brute or like a heavy.
Exactly,
something like
yeah.
that.
And he'll have, you know, a
Yeah.
yellow health bar or purple or something like that. And that guy just took forever to take down. I'm like, I don't know if Chico sucks at this game
Poor Chico. Poor Chico.
That's awesome.
or if the level's just really hard. And so I had to end up calling him. I was like, all right,
What are you doing?
What we're doing is not working. So because he doesn't have a headset.
Awesome.
So what was funny was I found out that when I was on the phone with him, he could hear me because I was using my Pulse Elites. Like,
Oh, nice.
'cause I wasn't talking. I was just like, dang it! Oh, you got to be freaking kidding me! So he heard.
It's like, dang it, Chico.
Yeah.
He just
Oh,
answers the
sorry.
phone. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Really?
Yeah, exactly. What if I was like, what is this dude even freaking doing? Is this his first time playing video games? But man, those bad guys don't miss much.
Wow.
So if you're like running, they're tagging you the whole way you're running to cover. And then there's
Usually
no
the snipers, the bad snipers are really good shots.
yeah, and there's no
and
jump.
that's AI, right? That's not like you're
AI,
not
baby.
against people. It's all AI.
Yes, right.
Yeah, it's AI on the
Wow.
story kind of
And
stuff.
those guys
I'm out.
Yeah. Those guys can freaking shoot a weapon. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Did that take
Wow.
away from the enjoyment for you? Like the fact that it's that tough?
I mean, I'm the guy who plays on normal
Mm-hmm.
because
me
I don't
too.
want to
Yep.
die. I want to be immersed in the experience, but I still want to like be better than the computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's necessarily taken away, but it's definitely been frustrating, and it's made me reevaluate how to play the game because it's not like you just can't go in there guns blazing. I mean, you could if I was level 25 and my buddy just started the game and I could go back and help a level 5. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like as far as right now, man, it is not like. And then like you waste so many bullets even getting to where you're going because you have to run everywhere at first. Like you don't have any fast travel unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
even Chico was saying at 14, he was like, man, you got to run everywhere. And so, and then you fight guys on the way there, on the way to what
Oh,
you're
nice.
doing too.
Right.
So
Are they generous with ammo at least?
they are and they aren't. So you'll find like chests and you'll open it up and it'll completely refill everything for you.
Yeah, they're like
Oh,
ammo
that's cool.
resupply boxes or something.
Nice, nice. It's not like, hey, you get a lollipop. Enjoy. Keep going.
There was times that I ran out of ammo though. And I was like, oh shoot, I'm out of ammo just because you do that much shooting. You know what I mean? Because the guys
Wow.
come in like 3 waves every single little area. So it seems like you get into a place, you kill the guys that are there, then another wave comes, then another wave comes, then you move on. It's kind of what it feels like at the beginning of the game.
So there's no stealth in this, is there?
No, there's no stealth. I wish there was. No, it's like once you shoot, everybody knows where you are. Here's the thing that's kind of cool though. If you pop up and shoot, they'll shoot at you, you duck back down, and then you can walk around and they'll still be shooting where you were.
Oh, cool.
So it's not like
Nice.
they can just like, you know how some bad guys in some games just know where you are regardless.
Right.
You're like, you can't even see me. But these guys like shoot to your old location,
Oh, that's cool.
which is kind of
So
cool.
you can't be a little strategic that way.
Yes, exactly. But it's still
Nice.
like, you just need to be able to, work that gun. That's for sure. So, but I think I'm enjoying it. I'm like, it's, a lot of people I've talked to people that just started that don't like it. And I've talked to people that are hours in and love it. And so I'm just kind of pushing through the getting to know you phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a, I don't know, a pretty girl with a gap in her teeth. Like I just gotta get,
It's like I can overlook that.
yeah, it's like, man, that gap is really, there right
It's
now.
Something. Yeah.
But after we get to know each other and I learn about your personality and love who you are, I don't see the gap anymore. And that's what I count on people looking at me like, because I have a gap in my teeth. So I know the struggle.
That is awesome.
Anyway, and that's it for me. So I'm home for the next 10 days. So I'll do this week,
Nice.
this episode here at the house, next week's episode here, and then we head out that night, I think, to San Antonio.
Wow. Awesome.
And I get to see the McCrackens coming up.
Yes, sir.
Very
I'm
nice.
excited about that. Oh,
It's gonna be
yeah.
awesome. I've never even been to Belton, so
Who
we're gonna
has?
find out what that's all about.
I don't know if Belton's been to Belton.
I've never heard of Belton.
I
So
know,
good luck
right?
with that.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Router,
Yes.
you got it.
As long as there's no car alarms near me, yes.
Well, let's do it.
All right. We got some new releases this week. Fallout 4 Automatron DLC is out this week. Republic for the PS4, stealth action game. Trackmania
Is that an
Turbo.
old game? I feel
I
like
think
I've
it's
heard
a
of that.
chapter because isn't that game
Yeah.
chapter based?
Yeah, it's chapter. I think they did. I'm sorry, I forgot to say. I think it's chapter 5. I want to say.
Yeah, I think it's
okay.
one of the chapters.
Gotcha.
Yes. Trackmania Turbo for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
Ed
Yeah.
played that one.
Hyrule Warriors Legends for the 3DS. Not a ton came out this week.
Yeah.
So it was a little light, but that's fine with me.
Ed, didn't you play Trackmania?
Yeah, I played the beta of that Trackmania Turbo, and
How was it?
it was cool. The previews I watched made it kind of look like it was going to be a crazy, almost like a Mario Kart thing, but it was just it's just another racing game.
Okay. Nothing special.
Nah.
I got you.
Well, there you have it. So we'll get into some charts. Week of March 12th, brick and mortar stores, US only. Let's do this. Number 10, GTA 5 for the PS4.
Yeah, freaking Lee.
Mhm.
And it's not going away, dude. 69 weeks on the chart, 3.055
crazy.
million units sold.
Jeez,
Wow.
Louise.
Number 9, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Xbox One. Now this is interesting. Because this has been on for 19 weeks and has sold 3.8 million. So Call of Duty seems to have a shorter burst than GTA 5 did. Interesting.
Huh.
Number 8, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PS4. Number 7, Far Cry Primal for the Xbox One. Number 6, Fire Emblem Fates for the 3DS.
There we go.
Number 5, Far Cry Primal for the PS4. Number 4, Tom Clancy's The Division for the PC debut.
Wow.
Ah,
Number 3, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U.
right.
Number 2, The Division Xbox One debut. 794,000 units sold. That's an amazing debut. I know we talked about Ubisoft's numbers last week, and I understand why now. Because this is when it came out. So number 1, The Division PS4, 808,000 units sold.
Wow.
Wow.
So they cracked a million five very easily in its first week. So that's pretty impressive. All right,
Nice.
We got a couple oops. At Fraser Morgan 7, MTG oops for the week has to be those dodgy Irish accents. You all sound Scottish, and that's coming from a Scotsman. #awful.
Nice.
Fraser, that is awesome, and I apologize, but we were put on the spot, and yes, I actually go into crazy, weird Scottish instead of Irish, and I apologize on behalf of your country.
No apologies. I have a little bit of both, so ha.
There you go.
Just kidding.
At T215J, I think when Gabe asked the guys to suggest a PS4 game for Ed to get, he meant a PS4 exclusive. Router named multi-console games. Why is everybody calling me out?
So actually, I thought about that too when I was listening to the show. I was like, you know what? I bet he meant exclusive, and I named Metal Gear Solid 5. That's not an exclusive.
Yeah, you probably didn't. You probably. All right, I'll blame you.
I should
You're
be
the
on
new
this.
guy.
Oops, I should be on it.
No, I always get pummeled with this stuff. It's all good. I'll take it. At Flowing with Rain, PlayStation blog actually wrote 50 VR games and said that there will be 50 VR games by the end of the year, not at launch.
Oh yeah, in between launch and the end of the year. Sorry.
Right.
You could say that's launch window, because if it
That's
comes out in
launch
October
window,
and then December, that's right around the corner. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
close.
that's true.
It's
yeah,
close.
it's pretty close.
But I did say at launch. That's a good oops. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then at Marvel Zombie 616, yes, you can online co-op in Broforce. That's great because I never actually tried it. I was going based on what a friend told me, so I hadn't even gotten a chance to play it yet. So good, thank you.
Sweet.
Good to know.
I like that.
And there you have it. So yeah, we all need to play Broforce because that game is awesome.
I know. I want to try that. I haven't tried it. I've
It's
played
fun,
a little
man.
bit of it, and then me and Kyle tried to play that same day that we tried to play Rocket League, and the same thing was happening. It just wouldn't connect
Weird.
to him. Yeah, it was really frustrating.
Doesn't like you.
Yeah, it doesn't like the internet didn't like me at all that day.
Nope. All right, back to you, boys.
Oh, McCracken,
yes, sir.
dare it.
All right, so I'm gonna talk a little bit more about VR. Surprise, surprise. By the way,
Are you a proud owner?
happy day to all of you guys that pre-ordered yesterday. I am one of the many. I'm
Yay!
assuming many.
Nice.
So a couple, I think it was last week at GDC, PlayStation was having like a little.
Wait. But you talk about because you tried to get it through Amazon, right?
Yeah, Amazon. I don't know if everybody else had an issue with Amazon, but Amazon wet the bed.
What does that mean?
They did not make me very happy. Yeah, I couldn't. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to order. So I got in contact with my mom. I was like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow at work? She's like, I'm doing my stuff. I was like, well, could you maybe check in and pre-order this thing for me? And so I had her waiting in the wings because I thought we were supposed to be shooting all day. We were on a really tight schedule, but luckily or unluckily, depending on how you look at it, our shoot got a little bit delayed. We started later, so I was on my phone. I'm sitting here checking. I didn't have that great of internet where I was, but I kept refreshing Amazon, and then it said, finally, in the little list screen, it listed the price. It said currently unavailable, then it listed the price. But when you clicked in and went to the page, it still said currently unavailable. So I dealt with that for a couple minutes, and then finally the page listed the price and let you hit the add to cart. But I would add to cart, and then it would say, awesome, let's go to your cart. And you'd go there, and there'd be nothing in it.
What?
Oh, no.
So after about, I'd say from when the price started being listed to the whole cart not being nothing in there, I did about maybe 10 minutes of that. And then I said, screw this. I went to GameStop and I ordered it there.
Oh,
There you go.
And then when I got home, or not when I got home, but later on in the day, I was like, you know what? I really should have done it at Best Buy. I wonder if they still have it. And they could still let me pre-order, so I pre-ordered there. And then I canceled my GameStop pre-order. Because I wanted the points on my reward zone. Because I don't know if it's just me, but I don't understand the reward system at GameStop. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I'd rather get the points where I understand, and they just send me the coupons.
Best Buy is so cut and dry. It's easy to understand.
It makes it easy just to do it that way.
Exactly.
I used to do GameStop when they had that magazine that you could get with it, but
Yeah.
I don't think they do that anymore. So
Yeah, I don't think they have the magazine anymore.
I can't believe you trusted your mom. I feel like you inadvertently was asking her to accidentally buy you the first Wii.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit nervous about it. But I was like, I know she's reliable. I know she can follow instructions. So a little bit before the sale went on, about 8:34, she text messages me and she says, there are 3 bundles on Amazon, Battlefield, Killzone, and Knack. Which one do you want? And I grabbed my phone and I called her. I was like, no. I don't want to launch PS4.
Oh, if I had her number, I would have gone, Knack, go.
No. I quickly called and got that fixed. And then luckily situations worked out to where, I got this, Mom. Thanks for your help. But she was waiting in the wings. She was being a trooper. I love her to death. She was
Battlefield, Killzone, or Knack.
That's amazing.
She doesn't know. She's just a sweet lady.
Did you want the one with the power pad or just Duck Hunt?
Why did the commercial of the action guy who's like going and then he gets a phone call from his mom, your father's out with the squirrels again? Why did that just pop into my head when Chris was talking to his mom?
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh, that was great. Knack all the way. When in doubt, go Knack.
So she was just keeping it interesting. It all worked out.
That's so great. I love her.
Fast forward like 5 months and Chris opens the Amazon box and it's like bounce dryer sheets.
Oh, that's awesome.
$500 worth of bounce sheets.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Well, so you have it now though, right? You pre-ordered, ready to go.
Yeah, I got it pre-ordered, ready to go. And the cool thing about Best Buy that I didn't realize, which GameStop didn't have this either, is any order over $35, it's free shipping. So I was having to pay shipping on GameStop, which is another reason why I canceled that one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you didn't use pickup at store?
Well, it doesn't offer that right now. I'm hoping that, as it gets closer to the actual date, that'll become an option, and that's what I'll do. Because I'd rather do that than it sit on my front porch at home.
Yep.
I was getting nervous about that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, for some kids
I usually
to come
have
get
stuff
it.
delivered at work, but I don't know. I assume it's going to launch on a weekday, but if it's a weekend, I got to wait until Monday, and I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we'll see.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
I love you, Mom.
That's it. You're not listening, but we love you anyway.
Well, she listened to the first show. She might listen to another. You never know.
There you go.
I was on anyway. She didn't listen to y'all's first show. Sorry.
She didn't
you
go back to episode
1. I'm good. No, okay.
Yeah.
To really get the context of me being on this show.
Right, exactly.
You really to fully enjoy it.
Okay, so back to the story I was starting down the road with.
Sorry.
At GDC, PlayStation had this conference where they were talking to developers that are interested in developing for VR, probably some that are already developing for VR. And senior staff engineer Chris Norden made a comment that really puts some of my fears, I guess, about VR to ease. And he said that... He said, I'm going to read his quote specifically. It says, "I know I'm going to get flagged for this, but there's no excuse for not hitting frame rate. You cannot drop below 60 frames per second, period,
Ooh.
ever. I cannot stress this enough. If you submit a game to us that will drop down to 30 or 35 or 51, we're probably going to reject your game."
Wow.
Whoa.
And I think that's awesome because the only real experience I have with VR besides stuff that happened, way back in the day, the only current version of VR that I've messed around with is Google Cardboard. And I know that's not anything really big and spectacular, but the first time I tried it was a buddy, we got a Google Cardboard at work and we were passing it around, just checking it out. And he put his phone in there and he's like, "Hey, look at this thing." He took these pictures and it made like one of those 3D pictures and stitched it together. And we were looking at it inside Google Cardboard. And I'm looking around and it was cool. But after probably like 30, 40 seconds, I started feeling a little nauseous because the frame rate on his screen was not very high. It was kind of like it would jump around a little bit. And that really kind of messed with me. And I'm not super sensitive to motion sickness, but it'll happen. So that's the only thing I was like, VR may not work if motion sickness is a thing.
The only guy that bought a PlayStation VR has slight nausea when it comes to VR.
but if the frame rate, like I tried my phone more specifically, and the frame rate's high on it, and I can look around it for 20 minutes and there was no issue.
Oh, okay.
So if frame rate drops down, I feel like that I was like, that might not work for me and I may have to, not do the VR thing. But if frame rate is high, like 60 frames a second, because my phone I don't think is 60 frames a second.
No way.
So if it's 60 or higher, because PlayStation VR out of all of them is the one that has the potentially the highest frame rate because they advertise they can go up to 120. So I feel that puts me at ease. My one little kind of concern about VR was, frame rate stuff. And if PlayStation, the one that I'm getting, says, "Hey, you've got to be 60 or above and you cannot drop a frame," then I feel pretty confident about that.
We'll see how long that bar stays up there.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if no games are coming through, then, they may change their mind.
Exactly. They're like,
I don't know.
"Hey, if you're not above 15,
right,
don't bother calling."
That's good.
hilarious.
I like that they're setting the standard and they're setting the bar high. I think that's going to challenge the developers to really bring in some quality stuff. So I think that's great.
And honestly, I think that that's going to be something that they can stick to because I guarantee you that they're going to be willing to drop, resolution or physics or poly counts. They're going to be willing to drop any of that stuff in order to hit frame rate, I would think.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be.
So enjoy your Pong in VR. It'll be great.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, you're hating, but it's going to be awesome.
No, I'm not hating at all. I'm loving you for the fact that you're the one doing it because I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I wish it was coming out before 200 because I was totally bring it and let you try it.
Okay, cool.
Man, so I actually wondered about this, and this story was really interesting to me. The Witcher's 3, their dialogue scenes, most of them, they said, were animated by an algorithm when it came to Homeboy's mouth or whoever was talking.
Really?
And I thought this was nuts. Yeah, because I remember watching it being like, how would they have animated all this mouth movement in this game? I mean, there's just so much talking. It's a fully voiced RPG. Like, it's nuts. You know what I mean? Like, everybody you talk to, it seems like, talks back. Right. And the guys from Project Red were just saying that they put together this crazy algorithm to where on some of the less important dialogues, they said they never even messed with it. But like so what it would do is this algorithm, and I'm going to jack this up, but because I'm not as smart as these guys, but I'll just explain as far as I can understand. I guess these guys create this algorithm to where the shapes of the mouth go along with sounds, and so it can animate itself along the way, and then they can go back and tweak it, something like that. And so it's, I mean, I would have to read you this whole thing from PC Gamer to explain the whole thing, but that's a way dumbed down version of of what they're doing. So they built a system that had a huge library of data, and that would be able to be reusable for animations across the whole game.
That's really smart. That's efficiency at its finest.
I mean, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, because rather than have to do each individual, I guess you do frame by frame, you have this set up, and then you just have to go in and make minor tweaks. The more I look into this, and like now that I've played The Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red they're just great. They're good developers. They're experts in what they do, and this just kind of reinforces like how good and efficient they are in making it stuff. And they didn't lose any quality over it either. You know, they made something efficient that saved them time and still gave us a great experience. So kudos to them. Plus they gave us tons of DLC for free, which is pretty awesome.
Exactly. But it says that they had their building blocks were 2,400 dialogue animations.
Wow.
Wow.
Right. And so and that also went into some of the standing, kneeling, and the sitting, and I mean, it's just that's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
Man.
I'd have been doing freaking Transformers with Megatron. I mean, with Optimus Prime with that shield in front of his mouth. I'd be like, I got an idea. Why don't we just put something in front of his mouth and just have it jiggle it up and down when he's talking?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I hated about the movies. I hated that they gave Optimus Prime a mouth. I don't know why I didn't like that, but I wanted him to talk behind
and really
the shield.
long eyelashes for some reason. You never noticed that?
No.
I saw it. I was like, wait, does Optimus Prime, is he wearing like mascara or something? What's up with that?
That's funny.
Anyway.
Oh, Chris, give us something else, Doc.
Firewatch.
Yeah?
Is only out for PC and PlayStation 4, at least currently. Might come to something else later on down the road, but it sold 500,000 copies in its first month, and being priced at $20, it brought in around $10 million in revenue.
That's
Good
awesome.
For them.
That's
Good
awesome.
For them.
And they're a really small team too. I mean, I think they're only 10 or less people, so that's awesome.
I love that.
That's
love
nuts.
that. I still got to play that game too. Shoot.
You liked it, right, Chris?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And it's on the Married to the Games YouTube channel if anybody's interested and not sure if they want to pick it up. You can watch a little bit there, or you can watch the whole thing, quite frankly, if you want to. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It didn't play very well, I'll say that, on the PlayStation 4 at launch. It had some performance issues. They've since put out a patch that's supposed to have alleviated a lot of that. I haven't played it again, so I don't know if it did for sure, but it was enjoyable. I liked it.
That's great.
Nice.
I
It looked
enjoy those
awesome,
kinds of
too.
games. I like the first person exploration kind of games. You know, ones that people call walking simulators. I mean, I get that why people disparage them and it's not their thing. That's cool, but I tend to really enjoy those style of games. So it was right up my alley.
Nice. I like it. So South by Southwest was what, last week?
Yep.
Yes.
And Telltale were there. Telltale. And they talked Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that the story will focus on Bruce and Batman, not an examination of the extended Bat family. Comes to Robin and Nightwing. I'd imagine those guys would come in the future. But he said they said fans can expect certain series staples such as Alfred, Vicky Vale, James Gordon, Renee Montoya. And Telltale is looking into keeping the villains more tightly under wraps until, obviously, the game gets closer to launch. The team is committed to non-photorealistic interpretation of the universe, enhancing the engine and technology to deliver a more seamless live comic book art direction. Please focus on seamless. Telltale.
Please.
And they said, like other Telltales, it'll probably be M in rating and be more akin to the rated R films.
Nice.
So I'm happy to just see
How about
anything.
season 2 of The Wolf Among Us, please?
I know. What the heck? Something must be going on there.
Yeah, it
Because
must be.
They announced the Batman and they talked about it. And then they also talked about, I don't know if this was at South by, but they talked about Telltale, the Walking Dead season 3
Yep. They
coming
announced
this
that.
year. So they announced that was coming this year, and still no news
Man,
about The Wolf Among Us.
were we
Yeah.
the only ones that really liked that game? Because
I know. Did it do terrible? This is like 3 episodes.
I know, right?
I love that game. Bring it back, please.
What do you think is going on with that?
They just announced more Minecraft as well, and I'm like, what? No,
Yeah.
come on.
And Minecraft is really crazy because you thought they were just going to announce the final episode because it was supposed to be 5. And then they're like, and guess what? We're going to give you 3 bonus episodes throughout the year. It's like, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, we need some more Wolf Among Us, man. That was great.
I just wonder why that's fallen off the. Do you think it was something with do you think they ran into legal trouble with using the characters or something? Is that a possibility?
Maybe. I don't know.
I would think it has to do it's got to have more to do with maybe it just didn't perform as well as other ones. I would think.
It was so good.
Yeah, it really was.
It was great, man. I love that one.
Oh, golly. Give us something else, McCracken.
Well, some sad news. So a couple weeks ago, we had the closure of Lionhead Studio, and now Sony's announcing that they're shutting down Evolution Studios, the people who made Drive Club.
I guess you kind of see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, they don't say it specifically. I mean, you have to assume based on, just looking at how things went that it's had a lot to do with the issues with Drive Club.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there were a lot too, weren't there?
Yeah, well, I mean, it got delayed, and then even after it had gotten delayed a year and it came out and it still had issues.
Yeah.
But they're a very talented team, so it just stinks. Like, I don't know how much of it was. I don't necessarily think they were bad at what they were doing. I think maybe they were in over their heads or their ideas were way too big for what they could actually achieve. I don't know. I actually still haven't even played Drive Club. I have the PS Plus version on my machine, but I've never cracked it open. It just stinks that more people in the game industry are leaving.
They would have done good obviously we don't know what would have happened if it would have came out when they said, but I think as being a part of the launch of the PlayStation, if they could have got their act together by that time, I think it would have gone a lot better for them, because being delayed a year, that was a long time. I felt like.
And the game was always a little weird anyways, because just in the sense of how does this fit in the catalog? Because you've got Gran Turismo, which granted it wasn't coming out at launch, but it's like, okay, Gran Turismo is your big racing game that's got, everybody that's into racing games typically loves Gran Turismo. It's like, you're almost like bringing out a competing product in a way? I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But just a tough situation, I guess, for them.
Those developers will move on and probably become a part of an even better team. So that's a great thing. Hope. You always end up hearing stories about that where one gets let go and then they go somewhere else, and it's probably for the best. So.
Yeah.
Right. Huh. Jeez Louise. So Microsoft is talking about doing digital trade-ins on the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
This it's hard because so the hypothetical new option is to have players sell back their downloadable games for 10% of what they bought it for. So if you bought it for 60, obviously you sell it back for 6. I don't know if that's good or bad unless you buy a bunch of stuff and then just sell it back later on. But that doesn't seem to be great incentive, but I don't know what the incentive for Microsoft would be anyway. Is it just so you could say you guys do it and get people into the digital future and get them away from being so scared? Because the big thing, especially on this podcast that we talked about when the Xbox One was first being announced and saying that it was going to be full digital, we were like, well, we want to be able to have our games and sell them. But I feel like I usually get more than 10% out of what I, if I sell something back,
Yeah, I'm kind of curious with this too, because I think the main reason why you would sell any of your digital product is to get rid of it for more storage on your console anyway. Right. So maybe they're just limiting it and just trying to keep, because I think we're going to see that happening more and more, because not everybody has a terabyte console anyway. I think I have the 500, but that does seem a little low to me.
Yeah. I feel like the only one, because you have the option you don't have to save it on your hard drive. You can re-download it whenever you want. So the only ones I would sell back are the ones I got for games with gold, because they were horrible, and I'd probably end up owing them money if I want to return one they gave me for free.
I don't know. I mean, so I'll give a little different perspective because I'm the resident digital game believer guy over here. I buy almost all of my games digitally.
Okay.
And the way that I look at it is whenever I'm done with a game and I don't think I'm going to play anymore, I just delete it off my hard drive.
Right.
So the option to sell it back to Microsoft or whoever and get something for it, I guess is better than nothing, because right now I get nothing. It just goes back into digital space and I don't have anything to do with it.
Right.
But so, I mean, if they brought this and said, yeah, you're going to do this, we're going to do this for real. This isn't just like a beta thing or an idea we're testing out. We're going to do it. I'd be for it just because, 10% is better than nothing.
Sure, you get something out of it. I get that. I don't
know. I'd almost rather kind of do what Microsoft originally intended in a way. And I'd rather be able to trade my game or give my game to a friend and be like, hey, I'm transferring my license from me rather than selling the license back to Microsoft. I'd rather, or also have the option maybe to transfer it over to a friend or something instead.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be better.
That would be cool.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well, I like giving it away better.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So Rocket League, those guys over there have done it. They said they've conquered cross-platform play. Now it's just down to Sony and Microsoft. Jeremy Dunham, the vice president at Psyonix, said in an interview with GameSpot that technologically everything works when it comes to cross-platform multiplayer between the two consoles. They just need the thumbs up or the thumbs down from Sony and Microsoft.
Wow.
Come on, Sony and Microsoft.
Seriously.
Let's get into some gaming.
It's like the U.S. versus the USSR all of a sudden.
Yes, tear down the walls.
Tear down the walls. Let's do this.
Segregation.
So I'm still not convinced yet, though, that it's going to mean what everybody thinks that it means. I mean, because there was one of the developers from Rocket League specifically, because they're the ones who kind of be at the forefront of all this stuff, that made a post on Reddit. He was talking about how the party system stuff works. And he's like, the only way to get to where you could party up with people cross platforms would be for us to have our own servers and set it up all as an independent system that doesn't go through Microsoft or Sony. Because right now,
of course, like
if you set up a party and you want to invite your friends into it, that's all lives on Sony's side or that lives on Microsoft's side. So, I mean, I'm still for it because I like the idea of having the biggest player base that I can play with. But unless the company, whoever the developer is, has all their own servers to make like a game chat work and game party system work, it's just a bigger pool of people to play with, which is cool. But I want them to, I want like EA or Activision to come out and like, all right, next Call of Duty, because they've got, they're a huge company and they can do this. Like we've got these servers and we're going to have our own party system and you're going to all be able to party up no matter what platform you're from. And if that happens, that's like the ultimate goal, in my opinion. That'd be awesome.
But that is expensive. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah, that's why I don't think you'll see smaller teams doing it. Like I doubt Rocket League's going to devote money to that. But
no. I don't think they have the capital to do something like that anyway. But I think you're right. I think that is what it's going to take. It's going to take some bigwig company to come in here and set up the infrastructure and be able to pay for all that infrastructure, or at least they would probably charge back the developers. But I like this direction though, because if this works, that paves the way for a lot of other developers to be like, okay, well, if they can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
And again, we all benefit from it, which would be great. I would love that. I mean, I think that's fantastic. If we can start erasing the lines in between consoles, that's awesome. I mean, I know they all have their own operating systems, and that's how they run. And those of us that have both, we're fine with it. It's just now it's just getting those lines less drawn. And
like we said, even in the immediate, if whoever can make anything they can happen right now, because the worst thing ever is when you fall in love with a multiplayer game, you go in to play it and the player base is dwindled to where it takes 10 minutes for you to finally load into a game. It's like, that stinks. So if I got a bigger pool of people to play with, that's better. I want that.
Amen.
I want to be able to play my game.
Yeah.
Edward.
Yes.
What is going on over at the YouTube channel?
Well, we've got some Trackmania Turbo. I played there's 3 parts up there from the beta, kind of ran through all of the available courses they had. And then putting up some Second Son, which I'm having a blast doing that.
Woo.
So that's been a good time. Every time he does his orbital drop, I just scream freaking Stancil at the top of my lungs.
Stancil! Yeah.
And so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think Second Son will probably keep me busy enough until Quantum Break comes out in a couple weeks. And
Is that April?
That is April. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, when you tweeted that, I'm like, holy cow, that's coming right around the corner. I got to pre-order that.
Yeah, that's nuts. Ed, were you really in The Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah, just for a split second, but you can see me.
That is so awesome.
I'm over on Facebook to get the answers to the question of the week, and it pops up and says, Ed Placencia, The Devil Wears Prada turns 10 this year. So does my industry-changing cameo appearance in it.
Yeah, that was great,
That's
man.
crazy. I got to tell
Stacey asked
Jenny
me the
that.
same question. She's like, was he really in that? I was like, I guess so. I haven't talked to him, but I don't think he's a liar.
Yeah, why would he say that? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, why would he lie about being in a cameo? Like,
Being an extra in a movie. That is so funny.
Exactly.
Did I interrupt you? Were you still going? Sorry.
No, that was pretty much looking at the big videos for us this week. Rise of the Tomb Raider sitting on top again. People still watching Lego Dimension, checking out Gabe's Let's Play of This War of Mine. Sherlock hanging out, and some Unravel as well. So it's been a fun week over there.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
Chris, did you have anything else pressing before we move on?
No, nothing pressing.
Word 'em up. Well, every week we ask you guys a question. Last week was no different. We asked you guys, what gaming sequel do you think should have never been made? Starting over at the forum. Friggin' nutcase. Duke Nukem Forever. Am I right? Come on. It was the worst sequel ever made. 15 years in development. You would expect a revolutionary title, one that would redefine the genre, but no, we get this garbage. Then on top of that, Greg Legg said, I have to pile on the Duke Nukem Forever bandwagon here.
Ooh.
I rented it and was glad I didn't pay good money for it. Man.
Yeah, baby.
I didn't bother playing that. I am Droot. Okay, he's talking about, because I said Super Mario Brothers 2, and everybody came out with the history. So
Oh, heck.
he says the game is called Doki Doki Panic. It was released in Japan, and you actually have to beat every level with all 4 characters to beat the game. The combination of Doki Doki not meaning anything to the U.S. market and the crazy difficulty of the true Super Mario Brothers 2, which was the lost levels in Super Mario All-Stars, led to Nintendo making the swap. So they slapped on Mario and all those guys onto Doki Doki Panic and released it in America as Super Mario Brothers 2, which still goes to my point that they should have never done that.
Exactly.
Because everybody came out on Twitter and they were like, well, that's not what that's supposed to be. And I was like, I know, but that's what it was to my childhood.
And that's why
and it was
stinks.
terrible. Yeah. As for the answer to the question, I'm going to say Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. The original Final Fantasy Tactics is hands down my favorite game of all time. So I was super excited to hear they were making a new game. But alas, it was not actually just a sequel, but a new game supposedly set in the same universe. And it just had some really bad systems in it. The judges and laws were sometimes made fights. Oh, let's see. The judges and laws. I guess he was trying to say sometimes made fights way too difficult, and then the limitation on jobs available to characters based on their race limited your possible character builds. Thank you, I am Droot, for that. Over on Facebook, Kristen Joy said, I will probably be crucified for this, but Call of Duty, if you can even consider them sequels. I would argue that any game that follows an annual release model for the non-story driven ones, you can only have so much of the same gameplay / similar maps before it gets boring. For the story driven ones, it seems the devs do not have the ability within the time constraints to flesh out the stories that once made them great. I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they will become better again now that they are moving back to spread out releases.
Yes, agree.
Totally agree with that. Over on Twitter, we got Corey J at Fiction315. BioShock 2. Huge disappointment. I wasn't ready for that one. The Geek Guru at The Geek Gurus. ActRaiser 2. The first one was amazing, and they just ruined the sequel. Never heard of that game. Logan Sharp at Logan R. Sharp. Final Fantasy X2. After the heartfelt ending of Final Fantasy X, a sequel just kind of ruins it. I totally agree. Thank you guys for all the answers. You know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Come check out the website, marriedtothegames.com. Come check out the forums. We talking over there. I'm trying to get back into it. Every time I hit up a tour, I fall off the forum. Yeah. So I need to get back on it. And,
me too.
Ryder's like, every time we've had a forum, I just fall off it. So that's been good. And then obviously, like Ed was talking about, you can check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/married to the games. And I'm going to see Batman and Superman tomorrow. I just want to put that in there.
Good luck.
Yes.
Because I cannot wait.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
I await your feelings on it.
Huh? You await my feelings?
Yeah, I want to see what you think about it.
Me too. I have low expectations.
Well, there you go.
So,
That's good. I think that's the right way to
it's
approach
the better
that
way
movie.
to go in. Exactly. All right. Let's get into. Oh wait.
Nope.
Oh,
Chris McCracken.
There it is.
Rate us on iTunes so that no more developers have to shut their stores. Aw.
Yeah.
Nice.
that one made me sad.
No, it's good because you put the rating on it and they don't shut their doors.
That went depressing really
We're helping
fast.
the world here. We're helping the world.
Let's get into some questions.
We're going to start with email, and we're going to start with our boy Braylon Jones. So yesterday I beat the Order 1886, and I have to agree with Tim. This game is amazing and should not have gotten the flack it got. I pray a sequel is coming. Then his question is, what is the last movie you've seen that is universally considered garbage, but you feel is one of the best? For me, it's Soul Plane. Easily considered one of the worst movies ever made, but I always laugh at it.
That's funny.
Do you laugh at it or laugh with it? That's
Exactly.
the question.
That's the question. That is the question for sure.
I always liked, and I'm not alone here, but Anchorman came out to like really bad reviews, but I still quote that movie pretty much on a weekly basis. I love me some Anchorman. I never saw 2, and I'm fine with that, but the original Anchorman was just hilarious.
I feel like everyone loved Anchorman but the reviewers.
Right,
Yeah, that's what it
exactly.
seems like, right? That happens.
And that happens a lot with those kind of movies too. Like they just don't like those types of comedy movies, so that's fine. We do. It's all that matters.
What do you think, Christopher?
I don't remember what this movie got like when it came out at theaters, like if it had a lot of praise or not. But one of these movies that I watch, it's a comedy, and I've asked other people like, "Oh, have you ever seen this?" And most people don't seem to like it or didn't think it was all that great. But Bedazzled, that had Brendan Fraser in it. I like that movie. I don't know
No
what
way.
it is, but I've watched it. I watched it, I think, on I don't know, HBO or whatever. Back when I was younger, when my parents had cable. I was like, this movie's funny. And I got it when I was older, and I was like, I'm fine with this movie.
I'll edit that out for you, Chris.
I'm telling you, that's not Harold Ramis. Come on, it's not that bad.
Chris, hang up. Just hang up right now.
No, I'm sticking to my guns on this one. That movie is funny.
That's
Bedazzled.
awesome.
I didn't know
telling you,
anything
it's funny.
that
I'll
was.
send my copy to you. I got it.
No, please don't.
No. You keep that. You keep that. That's
It'll end up in the
totally fine.
recycling bin. My
It
wife
may
would
be
be like,
being used as a coaster,
Bedazzled.
but still, I got it.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I like that movie.
So you saw it on HBO, then went out and bought it, Chris?
No. I got it. I don't remember.
He found it on the street.
Honestly, I don't remember how I got it, but I don't even remember when I got it. To be honest,
Oh my gosh.
His mom gave it to him with the bundle of knack.
she might have.
Oh my gosh. Edward,
Wow, I don't even know.
please mention a good movie.
You know what?
Yeah.
I gotta say, Jackie Brown by Quentin Tarantino.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, it kind of went under the radar, and most people didn't really care for it. But I was a fan.
I think most reviewers don't like Quentin Tarantino anyway, so that's
Exactly.
fine. But I like a lot of his movies. I think they're good.
Yeah.
I also have to say I'm thrilled that Braylon liked the Order 1886 because I really did like that game. I mean, yes, it did get flack for it being really short, but it was still a fun game for me, and I enjoyed it. So I'm with you, brother. Thank you.
There you go. I'm going to say Hook.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It got 2 thumbs down when it first came out.
Did it
Robin
really?
Williams,
Yeah.
Peter Pan.
Huh.
And it was the right time of life for me.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing about reviewers. Like, Hook was not made for Siskel and Ebert.
Right.
You're right.
It was
Exactly
made
right.
for kids.
Yeah.
You're
And
exactly
so,
right.
You know, they didn't like it. Got 2 thumbs down at the time, but I really like that movie.
Yep.
I mean, it's probably no Bedazzled, but you know,
That's
Right.
true.
good
All
question.
right, move. Before I vomit, let's continue. Chris from Pittsburgh. Hey guys, I just bought my first brand new car, a 2016 Lincoln MX.
Oh my
MKX.
gosh!
Wow.
And
nice.
I thought it'd be cool to hear what your first brand new car or any fun car buying stories.
I've never owned a brand new car. Let's get that out of the way.
Nice, nice.
But I did buy I don't remember what year it was, but I had a Honda S2000, and I freaking loved that car.
That's awesome.
I met my wife in that car. We got married, not in the car, but you know.
What was she doing in the car?
A drive-through wedding.
Exactly. But that car holds a special place in both of our hearts. Enough so that Jenny's like, man, one day we need to try to find one of those again and buy one again. So
Oh, that's awesome.
I love the S2000.
That's really cool.
They don't make S2000s anymore, right?
No, that's why I should have never sold it. I sold it because we had a Mara. And so we had a Mara, and I held on for like a couple months just using Jenny's car.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where it's like, all right, we both need a
You
car.
got to take it around the back.
Right, because the S2000 doesn't have any back seat. It's not like the
Right.
350Z that's got a back seat. But
That's awesome. Who else? Who else didn't go?
The only new car that I've ever owned is our current 2010 Ford Focus, because I am married to the games.
Nice. God bless you, sir. That's
did you buy it
awesome.
in 2010?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
So you bought it brand new? How many miles
Brand
did it have
new.
on it?
2.
No way.
Perfect.
That's incredible. I love
Yeah, it's
that.
nice.
Perfect.
So the only new car that I have is also the current car that I drive. It's a 2007 Honda Civic Si.
Nice.
It's the kind of sporty one. Because I came from having Mustangs and everything. It's like, well, I'm downgrading, but I want to at least feel like it's a little sporty.
There you
So
go.
that's what I got. And I bought it brand new. It's the only car that I've ever bought from the dealer, brand new.
Right.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I usually either lease or get a certified pre-owned, but my first car that I had was a Nissan Pathfinder.
Ah, yeah.
And it was like one of the older ones, stick shift, baby. That's how that was
Nice.
my
Wow.
first car that I drove. So my parents taught me stick shift before I even got my license. And I'm so glad that I know how to drive stick shift too, which is
Yeah.
great. But that car was awesome. I loved it.
Every car I've ever owned is a stick shift.
That's great. I love it, man. You have so much more control. I used to get Lauren 6 so bad though half the time.
Yeah.
I did have a lead foot with the gas and clutch, that's for sure.
There you go.
Do we get everybody?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Moving on. Facebook, Mark Boucher. Place your bets, gentlemen. Who will win? Batman, Superman, or will it be a draw?
I mean, the commercials have already given up too much, but I think they fight and then nobody wins and then they have to join forces and fight
they
somebody
fight,
else.
shake hands, and move on.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Exactly.
Wonder Woman shows up somewhere in the
Yeah.
fray.
And then Aquaman's going to pop out from nowhere, and it'll be great.
You guys need help? No, we don't.
No.
You sure?
We're good.
Submerge.
Go back
Submerge.
to your fish sticks. We're fine.
That's right.
Chris, what do you got?
I already know the answer because I read spoilers.
All right, never mind.
Why did you read spoilers?
Why?
Why?
Would you? Because he doesn't go to movies. That's
Because I'm not
why.
going to see the movie. I'm
Because you're dead inside. I forgot.
not going to see it until it comes out anyways.
Because you're dead inside. I love it. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
we all agree that there's going to be a
Yeah.
tussle that doesn't turn into much.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
Okay, Joseph Grimm. Hey guys, wanted to say Chris and Ed are doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Even though I asked Ed if he wanted to start a podcast with me, and he said that he would leave that up to Gabe and the two Tims, laugh out loud.
My question is, can I have Ed?
Right. My question is, how is Hall, Krista, and Isabella? Is Hall having withdrawal? Have you talked to him at all? I haven't heard a peep from him at all.
No, I've been leaving him alone just because I know these moments leading up to the baby coming can be pretty frantic.
He's in full baby mode.
And so, and I think does she come this month or in May?
I think
May,
it's
right?
first week in May.
So yeah, I thought about dropping him a text. Maybe I'll text him this week and find out.
Do that, because I still have our little text together, so I might just say, "Hey, Hall, how you doing?"
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find him. We know where he is.
Yeah, and I have a present for you. Somebody, Chris Scarcy, a buddy of mine that I went to high school with, who lives in Denver now, who called in on the Hall's Leaving show, gave me a present for Hall. So Hall, I got to get it to you, Doc.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath there, buddy, because I gave him a gift for Hall like a year ago, I feel like, and I don't think Hall ever got it.
I haven't seen him since. Terrible.
That's awesome. We have an Instagram too, and it's from freaking Stancil.
Nice.
Freaking Stancil.
We have the Chubby Ninja and Tiger Claw, and while I know it may take time to earn their stripes, I'm curious as to how long it will be till the noobs get their official MTTG monikers. And when they do, are they allowed to decide what it is, or do the other three hosts choose it? Man, and that got me thinking, Gabe, how did we actually all get our nicknames? Were some self-assigned?
Yeah, I feel like yours was a combination of your inhaler and something else. You were like messing around with... It was
right,
like
and
the
then
vortex.
I blurted out Tiger Claw or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Tim's was he was naming, the question was something about like, oh, if you were creating a console, what would you name it? And it was between Tiger Claw and like Leaf Blower or something crazy.
Right. That's right.
I think.
And then I think I called myself the Chubby Ninja.
Yeah, you were self-proclaimed, and then we came up with Halls, right? The reluctant multitasker.
I think so.
I think that's right, yeah.
I don't remember who did.
So the way it's going to work is like something hilarious will probably happen, and then all of us will just be like, "Yeah, that's your new name."
Right, exactly.
It's got to be organic.
I mean, but you're already Uncle Bread fan, and Ed is just Ed Placencia, his first and last name. So far we got that going for us. But other than that, like it's all going to come to fruition very, very soon. So
Exactly.
it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lovely ride, boys. We enjoy having you. That's for sure.
Exactly. It's been awesome.
Moving on
question.
to Twitter, @thatchalfie. Which one of you is the illest beatboxer? Go.
Not
Yeah.
me.
Snap.
Not
Take
me.
it away.
It's too early in the morning. My mouth doesn't want to move that fast.
I'll go. Ready?
Okay.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Is that what Siri does when you ask her to beatbox?
Yep.
She say boots and cats. Yeah, you say Siri beatbox for me, and she'll do
Boots
it.
and cats. Yeah, I can do this all day. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and
Exactly.
cats. Yep, there you go. There's my beatboxing skills.
I do it on stage for a living. For a while there, we did a fully acoustic tour, and I had to beatbox. It was a mix of beatbox and play the cajon for an hour and a half.
Perfect. Go.
So, whew, I remember that hurting. After, like, we would walk off stage, everybody's like, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm all right. I just don't want to talk to anybody right now." I feel weird about myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Very cool. All right, so you're not going to do it for us?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nice.
Okay, so that was my best effort. Now, Gabe, you go.
Well played, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Good job.
That's so funny.
All right, nobody else? Okay, good. @dspin67.
It is good.
For all of our sakes. @dspin67. Have you started watching Daredevil season 2? It's really good. I've somebody else
Can't
said
bring
that.
myself to watch season 1.
I know, man. I do want to get back to it, but I don't have time.
So you watched some of it though, Tim?
No, I haven't watched any of it yet, but I've heard really good things about it. Like,
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first season. I haven't finished it yet though, but Sarah loved the first season, and so I will eventually get to the second one
good.
for sure.
Ed, you're on duty. You're on Daredevil duty. Go.
Sounds good.
I haven't watched any of the Daredevil stuff. Not because I am against it or don't want to or anything. I don't have tons of time to watch TV, and when I do, if it's not something I'm going to be watching with Stacy, it's like I'd rather be playing a video game. So,
Yeah,
Amen.
I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that.
Amen.
Here's a good one at Jared45. I don't know if we talked about this, but tell me if this is true or not. What are your thoughts on the big Nintendo stopping Wii U production before new hardware is announced?
Oh yeah, they said that they're going to stop production of the Wii U this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's fine, right?
For me, it stopped a long time ago.
Yeah.
No. I mean, did they have to be making new ones right now?
I know. I mean, they've probably got stock. They probably don't need to keep making them. And if you've already announced, the NX is coming, you'd think new people are probably just waiting on that. Why would you buy a Wii U right now if you know the NX is coming, or if you just have no clue that that's about to happen?
I mean,
I do like the Wii U though. I love the control pad's great.
The gamepad, yeah.
Sorry, gamepad. Yeah, I find it very comfortable for me. So that's good.
Yeah,
that works. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine, Nintendo.
You got to let us know what's going on, Nintendo.
Yeah.
All right, at Krypton TKMC, that's our boy Spencer Stapleton. I am listening to Led Zeppelin at the moment. So here's my question. What is your favorite Led Zeppelin song and why?
What? Are they called the Led Zeppelin?
No. He said, I'm listening to Led Zeppelin at the moment.
Oh, I thought you said to the Led Zeppelin.
That would be pretty funny, though.
I don't know any Led Zeppelin songs. I mean, there's probably real famous ones out there that I probably know. But
Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway to Heaven. It's been a long time is mine. I just love that.
How's that go?
No, that's...
but that's a Led Zeppelin song, isn't it?
That is Back in Black, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know it's not the one you were doing, but...
Led Zeppelin has been a long time since I rock and roll. Bow-now, 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 bow-now. Been a long time since I... Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, that's a good one. Because it's a little more upbeat.
How does Stairway to Heaven go?
It starts out real melodic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know it off the top of my head. I've heard it before, but I don't have it like memorized. I'm not a huge Zeppelin
she's
fan.
buying the stairway to heaven. It's got like this flute in the background too. It's very like, it's very fantasy like actually.
Ed, what's your favorite Led Zeppelin
Stairway
song?
to Heaven is the only one I've heard, and I don't like it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wow, y'all are breaking hearts.
I know. Wait, Chris, what's yours then? Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah, I'm the one who said Stairway to Heaven.
Spencer, we're sorry, man.
I thought you just named it because it was the only Led Zeppelin song you knew.
No, I don't know the names of a lot. I've heard a lot of their songs because my dad used to listen to Zeppelin all the time, so I've heard their songs, but I'm not like a huge Led Zeppelin fan where oh yeah, that one's this one, and it goes like blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like when I hear it, I know, and it's like, oh yeah, that's Zeppelin.
Okay, what's another famous one? So we've only named one.
Stairway to Heaven, been a long time.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, we suck. Never mind.
At least I'm black and have an excuse.
Ramble on.
I don't know about two of y'all.
Oh, Ramblin' on, great song.
Whole Lot of Love.
Ramblin' Rose.
At Keishadilla writes into Twitter and says, if you had your own show, what would it be? One of my favorite moments was Gabe's pitch for hashtag Let's Get Crackin' with Chris McCracken.
He's got the best name for something like that.
I know, right?
You really do, man. If you had your own show,
what would it be called?
Yeah, what would it be? But I guess we should go with what would it be called?
I'd be surprise with the Chubby Ninja.
Ooh, nice. I would be at you with Pollen Boy.
Edward?
Shaking the PS4 with Ed.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture with Ed.
Right.
I like mine. Let's Get Cracking with McCracken. I just tell jokes the whole time.
Yours is already done. That was perfect.
My gosh. Shaking the PS4 with Ed Placencia.
With Ed Placencia.
Shaking the PS4 with Ed and Sarah. Oh my gosh.
That's good. All right. At Jamin Bissett, if you knew it was going to be your last, I guess, day and money was no object, what would you pick as your final dinner on Earth?
Huh?
Ooh.
I don't think I really like, if money was no object, I don't feel like I like anything that's I'm not
That
eating
expensive,
like
yeah.
You're not eating steak and lobster with a bottle of Cristal.
12 pounds of caviar.
That's right. And just dump it in the toilet, please.
I'll take the eyeballs of every mongoose. I don't
12 dodo bird eggs. Find them. I demand it.
12 dodo bird eggs.
That's awesome.
Somebody's got them stashed somewhere.
Yeah, they're somewhere. Oh,
my
that's good.
gosh.
Final dinner, man. Go.
I mean, I love to eat with my hands, so it'd be like some kind of ribs or
Nice.
burger. I don't know. I love eating with my hands, though.
Yep.
Oh, 12 dodo bird eggs with eyes of mongooses.
Eyes of mongoose, I think, was better. I think mine would be the eyes of mongoose soup, followed by a lovely caviar. No, for me it'd be like burger, like a good old bacon cheeseburger, and then for dessert a dozen Krispy Kremes because I'm going out in style.
Nice.
I know that's right. If I'm going out, I want to feel terrible about myself.
I want to feel absolutely awful.
Yeah, right. I want Jesus to be like, "What happened to you the last 5 minutes of this thing?"
Dude, you gained 20 pounds in 5 minutes. How'd that happen? You know what? Get back down there. You got some working out to do.
Yeah, you deserve it. Come up here looking like that. Wipe your feet on the way out.
You're supposed to look good for me. Come on.
You're like, I thought I'd get a new body. He's like, that's after you get in, but when you show up, you're still in the old situation.
You still got to fit through the gate.
You got to give me something to work with here.
Yeah, I told you the road is narrow, right? I told you the road is narrow.
St. Peter's there pushing you from behind, trying to get you through that gate.
He's like,
Yeah. He's like, you couldn't have brought any butter up with you to help you get through this gate?
You're going to have to go in the back through the delivery gates.
Pull around back, please. Pull around back.
Yeah, exactly. The shipping and receiving gate of heaven.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Chris,
funny.
what about you?
I don't know exactly. I'd have to really think about it, but whatever I got, it would just be piled on top of each other. So like a steak and then some mashed potatoes and some Velveeta shells and cheese and then
Nice.
some ice cream on top, some coffee, Oreo
You don't even want to eat
cake.
good mac and cheese. You just want Velveeta mac and cheese.
Velveeta mac and cheese. No,
Velveeta
Velveeta
mac and
shells and
cheese.
cheese.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm getting all the stuff.
But there's no option. Issue. He chooses a box mac and cheese.
Come on, man. I've
we
got
are
some
high class here.
Shells
Yeah.
and cheese. Velveeta.
Shells and cheese, baby. Shells.
I don't even know
None
what
of
the
this
difference
box.
is.
Oh, that's awesome. All right,
Gosh.
we are way over time. Wait, Ed, did you go? I'm sorry.
I guess if money was no object, it would be, I don't know, a Whopper directed by Steven Spielberg.
Nice. I love it. That's great.
What in the world?
What just happened? All right, listen,
gosh.
we're way over time. Final question at ShepDog921. What's your favorite pop culture franchise? Walking Dead, Batman, Star Trek, Doctor Who, etc.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
That's a good question.
I'm about to love me some more Game of Thrones coming next month.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I do love Game of Thrones. I think it's great.
For me, it's probably the easiest answer, but it's probably gonna have to say Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
What about
I
you
got to
there,
say a
Edward?
very tentative Indiana Jones.
What?
Ooh,
Yeah.
tentative.
Well, they're coming out with the fifth one.
Yeah.
So
I was about to
Yeah.
say, but currently 25% of those movies suck.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
yeah, but you got to think that half of the Star Wars ones do.
That's very true.
Well played, sir.
Touche.
Well played.
Touche, 50%.
Yeah,
Or 40. I guess it was moved down to 45%.
Ed's
Yeah,
a number.
move down.
Ed's our numbers guy now. There it is.
Oh,
That
pop
is
culture.
awesome.
McDonald's? I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. I gotta say, like, well, okay, was it? Yeah, this is gonna sound terrible, but I really did. Here we go.
Bedazzled?
I'm about to join. Yeah, I'm about to
Brendan
join
Fraser
Chris
films?
with,
Here we
with
go. Come on.
burning my man card. I really, really enjoyed reading the Hunger Games books.
Leave.
Oh, I said
Leave.
it.
That's it.
I really did. I know that's a weird and it's not for 34-year-old men.
No.
That's awesome though.
But it's the first books I've ever read. Outside of the Bible, it's the first books I've ever read back to front.
Nice.
Or front to back. I would have read them back to front, but I wouldn't have been really
or
confused.
Or you could have draked it and read them back to back. Either way.
Exactly.
You read the Hebrew version.
Exactly. Japanese.
All right, so, Ed, you and I are going to start our own show so that these guys can just go away.
Yeah. And, girls with each other.
We got Bedazzled and...
I'm going to be like, hey, you got to watch this movie. No, you got to read this book.
Exactly.
It's going to be Coffee Talk with Ed and Gabe. I'm sorry, with Chris and Gabe.
Chris and Gabe. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that was fun. Guys, thank you so much for all the questions. Oh, Ed, thank you for doing the question shout out while I was in a huge packed line at Disney World.
You bet, man. Anytime.
This is awesome. I love this, man. This is so much fun. My stomach hurts.
And mine does too, in my cheeks. All right, the question of the week for you guys is, what is your best time-wasting game right now? We all have those games where you either, are handling some business in the bathroom or just picking up the controller for just a second just to play something and then put it back down. What is your best time-wasting game right now, Chris McCracken?
I feel like I'm a bit of a broken record because I keep saying these games lately, but probably Battlefront and Runner 2.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I can just pick them up and play for a little bit. And I can play in bathroom if I want. I can do that.
Right. On the Vita. That Vita got that poop life.
There we go. Hashtag poop life.
Hashtag poop life.
Can that be the title of the episode?
It might have to be.
Actually, please don't make it because I don't need to Google search that. Thank you.
You can just put the words like in Bedazzle font.
There you
Oh, sweet Lord.
Edward.
You know what? Thanks to you, Gabe, mine's got to be Alto's Adventure right now.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Nice.
That's a fun game, right?
It is. I like it.
We have to start comparing longest runs.
I know, right?
Hashtag poop life.
Don't say
Hashtag
longest
poop life.
run. We're talking about poop life.
I mean, I am a coffee drinker.
Yes, you are.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, you are.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Lord.
All right, mine's easy.
Hashtag it burns.
Hot in, hot out. Yeah.
All right, anyway, so
Sorry.
Mine as a broken record is Hearthstone. I definitely have a good poop record for Hearthstone.
I haven't played Hearthstone in a long time now.
My winning streak is very good.
Nice. Hashtag poop life. Man, this thing went in the toilet quick here at the end.
Yes, it did.
Hashtag second shower.
And know what's going to be fun is that hashtag poop life is going to be the title of the show. They have to wait an hour and 40 minutes to figure out why in the world that is the name of the show.
I know. Everyone's going to be curious on that one. Oh.
We're going to get that hashtag trending.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy. All right, well, you guys let us know what's your best time waster right now. We're always looking for new games to play, especially these quick pick up and play ones. And so I'm interested to hear what everybody's got to say. Use hashtag AnswerMTTG. You don't have to use hashtag poop life. That's on your own. I would take no responsibility for anybody that does that. Oh my gosh. Whew. Well, this one ramped. This one definitely was on a ramp. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Gabe Patillo. It's Tim Router. That's Ed Placencia. That is Chris McCracken. And we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace!